Right, here we go, self-evenly bending track. And this straight track, even though I've cut the webs, has got that springiness in it. So in fact, you can bend it across your chest, but it springs back into a straight track formation. It will hold some sort of bend, and it's very difficult to bend the last bit, so I'm only putting a bend somewhere in the middle part. And if I hold it out straight, you can see there's just a slight bend in it there. So I'm bending it about 100% to 200% more than the curve required across my chest. I think I've just pulled a screw head out of one of the sleepers. If you need to bend it more, then I think you might need to undo the screws to allow that middle couple of sleepers to move, because that might be stopping it. I think I might take out the screws. See what's there? Not much for bend, but I don't need much for bend for where it's going. And we need to trim the rails to length when we join it up. So I'm going to actually take some of the two screws out in the middle, there and there, so that it will bend better. Right, I've taken the screws out along the outside edge of the curve, and there's a little less resistance. So you've got a transitional curve, because I'm not going to have any curve right at the very ends. I'm trying to put a little bit into the ends. That's what we've got so far. So it's not bending very sharply, but that's not what we're aiming to have. I'm just trying to put that little bit of curve into it gently. Let's see if that provides us with something which will work on the track. Well, there's my curved piece of track. It's difficult to tell there. It's close to the radius required. I've got another 3 or 4 pieces to do in a similar fashion. The existing curved track, as you can see, is quite kinky, just about here. The locos and stock do get round it okay, but this would be, if I was putting this in as the first piece along here, it would join up, well, the first piece would join up there. So that might actually do in terms of just starting the curve along here, if that's what I want to do. What you can see is that the outer rail should be shorter. Okay, where the screws are has meant that sleepers have slipped in a certain position, so I'll have to consider whether I do want to leave the screws on the inside section, which is actually the section that needs to be cut. On the outside section of rail is the section which is kept the right length. So it might be that on the next piece I bend, I leave the screws in the outer bit, take them out to the inner, because in this one the sleeper has ended up in the wrong place. Let's do that, and then we'll see if I can get the curve to go around there.